I'm so glad you stuck with us because this is, I've been calling him Cujo, but it's not Cujo. No. This is Ranger, and look how sweet. See, look how sweet. See how he is?
Yes.
He just, I've already kissed him, and he's loved on me and everything, so.
And he would like to be in your lap, would be his favorite place in the world.
Be in my lap.
Yes.
And Marianne said he's a head tucker, you know, when he, but so see, looky here. Look how sweet Ranger is. Now, what kind of dog is Ranger?
Well, it's probably Roddy in there, Roddy mix, and he is about 7 years old now.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
he
That's
is.
Good.
So he is mature, grown up, and settled. And like he has a very soft mouth when he takes things from your hands.
Oh,
he's just careful. He just knows to be careful because that's the difference between a juvenile and a mature boy.
Does he need a lot of space? So he's a big dog.
He has a good amount of energy, even being 7 years old. Yes, he does. In fact, he got brought back because there was a chicken issue.
He likes chickens too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have chickens,
not a good dog for you.
Not a good dog
not
for
a
you.
good
That's
dog for you.
something to know.
Yeah, so that's one thing right there. But he does. He's up for whatever anybody wants to do. But he's very much a people dog, and he's a companion dog.
If you had a town yard, you could have Ranger because Ranger can obviously
and he can go for walks. He can just go for walks. I mean, this would be wonderful exercise for him. And he is, you think of a big dog as maybe something to put in the backyard, but that's not a backyard dog. This is a companion dog. He's a lover. He wants to be with you.
Look at him. Yeah, I see that.
You get the idea here?
Right here in my lap. Look at him.
Yes, he will.
Cooge.
He will, especially if he gets a little worried. He'll tuck his head under your arm, or it's just a lot of them will do that. It's like the scary stuff will go away if I just don't look.
That's right.
The cats do it. The dogs will do it.
That's how we all feel.
Yeah, we just hide out for a minute and everything will be just fine. But that's what's going on now. Now, right now, of course, at the shelter we were talking about a little earlier about it being so hot. A lot of their, usually they go out on rotations 3 times a day outside. Well, even those have to be cut short. I mean, it's going to be, what, over 100 today?
The heat index will be 110, and that's like, does it honestly make a difference because Ranger's black?
Yeah, I mean, he's black besides. It doesn't get any worse, does it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Doesn't get any worse.
Fur coat. He's wearing a black fur coat, people.
No, but one of the things I know we do at our house is it's a real handy way to help them when you're not right there and they get outside is to a play pool rather than a bucket or a dish of water, which can get knocked over.
Okay.
So just get a little cheapo play pool, a small one, keep 2-3 inches of water in it, easy to clean it out, tip it out, and put fresh water in every day. Now, they have 2 ways to cool off, panting and the pads of their feet. So there again, they can stand in that water and cool them down. Really I have a small play pool I take for pet fairs, just so they can stand. And they'll line up to get their turn to go stand in the water. They're terrible. And some water dogs that are supposed to be water dogs don't necessarily go for the water. So it's kind of fun to just see what they're going to do. But that's one way, is they have to be kept cool.
And it's also important to change their water. If they're an outside dog,
fresh
especially.
Fresh water.
Keep the water
Keep that
cool
water
and
going fresh. And one thing you don't want to do is breed mosquitoes. That's another thing. You want to change that water so you're not breeding any bugs at all. So that has to be. Sometimes they'll dig a hole under a shrub. And that'll be the cool dirt, and that's what they're doing. They're not being bad dogs. They're trying to chill out a little bit. And another thing I think that it's important to realize is that if you've got a dog that's living in air conditioning, and we had an incident like this happen, and the dog had a heat stroke. Okay, they got it from us. It had been used. We're air conditioned. Everybody's air conditioned. They took him out visiting a friend and left him under a tree with lots of water.
But it was still too much.
He's not acclimated.
Okay.
He's not acclimated to those temperatures. You get him in the high 90s, 100 degrees, and with an animal that's used to being indoors, that's too much of a shock. Yeah. It really is too much of a shock to the system. So it's complicated. There's a lot to this as far as taking care of your animal in really hot weather. Cars, please leave them at home. Don't even
get them in a car.
I mean, it kills me to see them. Did you see one there?
They had left their car running, and I thought. And I looked, and there was nobody in it.
Yeah.
And there was a dog in it. I thought, well, that's kind of odd. Now, something that I would like to ask. This happened several years ago when I still had Max, and we had gone down. I was going to pay my water bill. Well, from my house down to where you pay the water bill here in town, it's about a mile. So I walked down there and I walked back. And I guess it was too hot for Max, and so especially Max. He was kind of short and fat and black and everything, and so he got overheated. Well, I tried to get him to stop under a tree, and he was not interested in resting. He was getting back to his house. Well, by the time we got home, he's like foaming at the mouth. He's just panting and carrying on. Well, I took him in the house and laid him on the tile in the kitchen, thinking that would be the coolest, and then kind of put cool towels on him. I mean,
you can wet the tummy and the chest area. get that wet. We had rescued a dog in a car one day we were doing years ago at a pet fair, and he had overheated a golden retriever, and rushed him to the veterinarian, and they were able to save him. He did not have brain damage. It was 24 hours before they knew if that was going to be true, by the way. And they used alcohol. They used alcohol and put that on, just like they would for you. Just like they would for you.
Well, that was a concern. Now, Ranger, Dan's giving us the 1 minute sign. So, Marianne, you got anything you need to tell us for a minute? Have you got anything coming up at the shelter?
Not anything coming up right now, but I should tell you also on Ranger is that because we've had him for a while, he's on price incentive for $25.
Ranger,
and you know, I think and we're looking for somebody that likes big dogs. We need big dog people here.
Big dog.
We need big dog people. He is perfect.
That
He's the favorite dog at the shelter.
Want to come in and get those little
yeah, they go for the little ones really quick and easy. Those do. But as far as being loved, I would say he's at the top of the list by everybody who works at that shelter.
Well, look how Ranger has just sat here at my feet. He's not twitched. He's not moved. He's just sat here, and so he could live inside as long as he played outside too.
Heavens, yes, he could.
Well, good. Well, Ranger, you're going to wave goodbye to everybody because we're going to take a break here. Are we going home or taking a break? We're done. Well, we're breaking. We're breaking. Okay, we're breaking, and we'll be back in just, look at this. Oh, what a baby. So if you've got a little bit of space or looking for a larger dog, come see the Humane Society out there on 201 North, out past Baxter Lab. And remember, they can use your time, your energy, your tax-deductible donations, and your love. And we'll be right back. So, Ranger, you tell them.
Say hi, and tell them you're housebroke, too.
Say I'm housebroken,
and obedience trained.
And obedience trained.
And obedience trained.
Ranger's the dog for you. All right, we'll be right back.
Thanks.
There you go, Range.
Okay, now we jump in the